Today I'm going to change your life because I'm going to explain the offside law to you in a way that you will understand. Yes, I am. Stay with me. It's much less complicated than it first appears. Basically, all the offside law says is that there must be a defender and a goalkeeper in front of you if you're an attacker looking to score. So, the attacking team, the team that's trying to score, might have a player waiting near the opposition goal mouth, ready to kick the ball in. But the point at which the ball is kicked towards the player, that player must have two players in front between the goal and the player. So one of those, as I said, will be the goalkeeper. There needs to be another defender in there. Does that make sense? I'm going to try and explain it in a different way, off the football pitch, in a bar. So picture it, you're out for the evening with friends. It's your round and you're heading to the bar to get the drinks in. But your friend has the cash and is standing way back. As you go towards the bar, she throws her purse to you so you can pay. Simple enough? Now, the rule of this particular bar is you're not allowed to stand right at the bar, having pushed in front of everyone else, when the purse is thrown to you. If you've nipped ahead of the whole queue and you're leaning on the bar with your hand, waiting for the purse, you've jumped the queue, you're offside, gone. There needs to be someone else between you and the bar and the barman at the point when the purse leaves your friend's hand. The important bit is it's the throw that matters, and this sometimes confuses people. It's not the catch. If you're behind someone when your friend throws it, then you step forward to the bar, that's absolutely fine. You just can't be in front of the final defender when your friend throws the purse. So, the bar is the goal, the barman is the goalkeeper, the person you have to stay behind is the last defender, and your friend throwing the purse is the player making the pass. You're the attacker. Keep that bar scene in your head, and then suddenly football's most baffling law makes a bit more sense. If I explain why they have this law, that might make it a little bit more straightforward. It was brought into football because without it, you could just leave one of your players standing right next to the other team's goal all game, doing nothing, waiting, and then his or her teammates would kick the ball up and the player would tap it in. That's called goal hanging. It's the thing every PE teacher hates. The offside law stops people doing that. It stops them camping out by the bar waiting for the ball. It insists that they stay in the game. Now, I went to talk to Andy Dillon, a good friend of mine who spent his whole life working in and around football, one of the most experienced football writers in the country. He was the football editor of The Sun for decades and decades, 4 decades. He looked around, picked up a handful of straws and ran through the offside law with straws. Let's take a look at how he explained it. One area that people get particularly confused about is the offside rule.
Right.
I think it feels like a complicated thing for people to understand if they've never played football.
Yeah. So,
but obviously it determines how people play, doesn't it? It's important for people to understand.
oh, it's really,
offside,
it's designed, the law, the offside law, is designed to stop teams from what we call goal hanging.
Yeah.
To stop teams putting like 8 or 9 players in the box and just booting it forwards.
Yeah.
And if you think about the furthest defender back for the defending team, there is an invisible horizontal line there.
Mm.
What people sometimes forget is that the offside law actually dictates you have to have 2 players between the last attacker and the goal.
Yeah.
But one, 9 times out of 10, is the goalkeeper. So that counts as 1.
Yeah, so just to clarify, if the goalkeeper had run out or something, then you need another defender.
Then you need another defender. If the goalkeeper suddenly says, oh, there's my mum in the ground.
Yeah.
Hello, mum. Yeah, then you need somebody else to come back and take his place. So this guy, currently, the Reds are attacking and the Straws are defending. This guy is currently onside. Okay? If he doesn't have the ball and he does that, he's just run into the goal. He's gone mad. He's now offside.
Without the ball.
Without the ball.
The ball,
Without the ball. Yeah. So What you have to do is a delicate balancing act, and this is where it gets complicated. So you can think of it as like a bus queue. Bus is a goal. You've got to be third in the bus queue,
Right.
behind
yeah.
two grumpy old pensioners.
Right, yeah.
Okay, but so you're third in the bus queue there. But the defender is pushing you like that. You're pushing that way, and then you kind of stay level. Your teammate here has the ball, and he's looking to you to say, "All right, Andy, I'm going to cross the ball, and you're going to score like you do every single week for West Ham." You've got to stay this side of the defender until this bloke or woman kicks the ball. Once that ball is kicked, you do what you like.
Yeah.
The linesman or assistant referee is standing there with a flag and will be watching the attacking player. The moment that attacking player kicks the ball, he or she will look to see if there is any discrepancy, if
Yeah.
there is any hint of a red or white shirt.
So you
The
can be
wrong side.
alongside it, him or her, but you just...
Yeah.
So
it
that's
has
the,
to be-
that's the balance,
The
isn't
rule
it?
at the moment is so complicated because I think at the moment it dictates that it's anything with which you can kind of have an impact.
A lifetime in the game, and what does it come down to? A bunch of straws on a cafe table. It tells you something reassuring. No one who finds this obvious, they just know it. And it's not just the experts. Before I came here, I went into my local cafe and asked if anyone could explain offside. Most people suddenly found somewhere else to look. One brave soul stepped up. This is Anne. And these, I should warn you, are bags of sugar.
Attackers, that
So-
once you got there, yeah,
If he kicks the ball
yeah.
and as it's in the air, that guy runs onto it and scores, that's not offside. However, if he runs ahead, then he kicks the ball and is in front of those defenders, then it's offside.
Perfect.
Guy puts his flag up here
Yeah.
and says offside. And all variants.
It
on
is.
that.
And
It's being
very
a prank.
perfect.
Go back.
Is that right? Yeah.
That's a rather neat,
I didn't know
a neat
that
way of
one.
describing it.
If he kicks the ball,
Yeah.
and
The minute it leaves his foot
right, got
and
to
it's
know,
in the
yeah,
air,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
guy
yeah.
can't be ahead of the defenders.
Perfect. So we've had an explanation involving a bar. We've had a man who knows about football with a fistful of straws, and we've had a woman who knows about football with bags of sugar. Does this make a bit more sense now? I hope so. I'll just go through it one more time for those of you who are still listening. So you're not allowed to be in front of the other team's last defenders at the moment the ball is passed to you. You hang back behind them and then you're fine. Sneak ahead to wait for the ball and the flag will go up. Exactly the same as the bar we described, where you have to have someone else in front of you. You can't push past them to get to the bar. Stay behind someone until the purse is thrown. Stay behind a defender until the ball arrives. I hope that makes sense. I understand that it's a complicated concept to get your head around and that it may seem odd when it's told you like this, but if you start watching football and look for it, and particularly have a play with sugar bags or straws or anything, and just try and think about some of the things we talked about, think of the bar story, and you will be able to grasp it and start to see it in matches. And football hopefully will be all the easier to understand because of it. Thank you very much for watching. Next time we're going to have a look at tactics. See you there.